Can you see it? I think it's getting ready to do a J hang. So that means the rest of them are getting ready to do it too. Woohoo! Success. So what's happening? So just remember, with every purchase of ritual oils, Shilajit, CBD oil, advanced TRS, water distiller, I give back to these guys right there. I give back to them. So, it's no BS. That guy right there, this plant, I got last weekend, and it cost $25. You know, I have other plants here, but they're not really mature enough to have a 14 caterpillar dining session on yet. There's not enough foliage on them. They haven't matured enough. I have a bunch of babies here that what they would call, it's 2 or 3 years out before I can do anything with them. So 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 on some occasions, that these different types of native milkweeds will be ready to feed a lot of monarchs. And they don't tell you when they say, oh yeah, buy milkweed, right? Buy a milkweed, help the monarchs out. They don't tell you the rest of the story. The ups and downs, what you got to do. You got to purchase enclosures like this. You got to buy bigger pots. You got to buy more soil. The type of soil of which each monarch or milkweed goes with, because native milkweed, some of them grow in the desert, some of them grow in the east, some of them grow in the tropics. So you have to know the water, the soil. Then you got to get enclosures. They say, yeah, buy them, blah, 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 right? People, it's a great thing to help these guys out, but it's also expensive. You hear me make jokes all the time about the mom dropping off the kids, right? Laying the eggs. I say, where's my child support? Where's my child support? Guys always get child support. Have to pay for it. Why can't somebody else help me pay for the child support? Nevertheless, I digress. It's just the fact that I tell you guys what's up. When you buy these products, it's good for you, it's good for them in return. So you got a feel-good thing. You're getting a good product for yourself, make yourself feel good, and consciously, the little guy right there, little caterpillar, it gets to eat. It gets to be in a safe environment, because there's so many things that want to eat these things. They say, oh yeah, monarchs are poisonous. Only 5% of the eggs make it to stage 1, because the parasitic wasp, they inject their larvae into the eggs. Then that damn parasitic wasp larvae eat the blood of the caterpillar until it's time to bite its way out and kills the caterpillar. Number 2 is the tactic fly. So when the fly, it also lays its eggs on the back of the monarch, and then they bore their way into the monarch caterpillar, and they turn this caterpillar from a bright caterpillar into a dark caterpillar, because again, they're eating the blood. Then they bore their way out, and usually it's disgusting. Oh my God, it's the most disgusting thing you see when they're trying to go into the chrysalis. Oh God, it's disgusting. Then you got to clean that up. You have to clean it all up, sterilize everything. Oh, and you have to go and find these little bitty pupa, right? Pupa. You have to go find these little bitty pupas. It's going to turn into another damn fly, and then goes in there and poof, lay some eggs. The unseen one that everybody trips about is the OE parasite, which lands on. So this frickin' butterfly carries it from another milkweed and carries it to this milkweed, and the babies eat the leaves, and it goes in there, and it's time they go into the chrysalis, then they turn around and they can't develop once they get into a butterfly. So they've gone through the whole 14 days, and they get out, they come out of the freaking chrysalis. Now they can't do shit. They're done. They're dead. Or unless they can carry it on someplace in flight, and then they die in flight. So it's pretty much a sad deal for these guys. That's why I harp on this so much, because we humans moved in and made track homes, and we sculpted things in the French manicurism, and everybody calls these things weeds, because the Europeans didn't understand the native plants. They didn't understand the consequences of what these things do for us, which is these things help pollinate our vegetables. They get the pollinators around. They get the bees here. They get the birds here, the hummingbirds. They get the butterflies, and they all drink the nectar. So there's a symbiotic relationship. They help us and we help them. But since we all live in the track homes area, we need to do our best. We need to do our best to help with the environment. Now, given most of you can't do what I do, I understand that. But if you feel good in your heart, you feel good about helping things out, you can help yourself out. Buy a product that I mentioned, that I get a commission from, and I'm able to help these guys out. And when these guys get helped out, you get helped out. So, you're looking at the price tag of like what, ritual oils, but that one bottle is like a 3-month supply, unless you're just lathering yourself in it in 1 month. But most of you spend $77 maybe in a week at Starbucks. Think about that. Or you'll spend $77 in one night out partying. Think about that. There is no subsidies for health products. You're not going to find subsidies in this to help you be better. These products cost a little bit more money, yes, but there's no subsidies. Sheila Jeep. People got to climb up a mountain and bring it down. You got to pay him. It's just not created someplace. Biden, there goes the hummingbird over there. Biden's inflation, you got higher prices on distillers. There's a cheap distiller in my Amazon store to help you out. I probably won't get a lot of money from it, but I don't really care. Whatever money I can get in from helping you out is the main thing. Maybe your dog has got anxiety with the thunderstorms. Maybe your dog's got anxiety from fireworks. Your cat, maybe at that. Maybe you put a little dab of CBD oil on their tongue, and they get chilled out a little bit. Help them out. You know, things you could do to help yourself be better. Help your pets be better. So my little guy over here, last thunderstorm was pretty nasty. Put a little CBD oil on his tongue. He wasn't so freaking, scared the rest of the time, because he's very wary of thunderstorms. Switch modes real quick. Let you guys see the mail. Wow. Check it out, check it out, check it out. So, now, most of you got a little extra money in your pocket. You can afford these products. It's not all for rich people. You can do it. You just got to choose to do it. And when you get done choosing to do it and you start seeing the benefits towards everything, then you help out the little insects. Now, 10 years ago, I wouldn't have thought about doing this kind of stuff, but my mom passed. And when my mom passed, in her last year, she wanted to help the monarchs. So we went down and bought a milkweed. Not knowing anything, right? Green. So we started developing the backyard for the monarchs. That's what I've been doing. Now, got a little passion for this now. You can help out. Now, some of you guys who've been purchasing the ritual oils, I thank you very much, because I got some money from that. And next weekend, I'm going back to that place, the Enchanted Forest in Richmond, and I'm going to pick up 3 more of these mature plants. Usually you get the plants and they're like this tall or whatnot. They're not good for 3 or 4 years. I swear to you, you got to keep them covered. They're not good. You have to let them mature. You got to let them branch out. You got to let them get thick like that. See how thick that is? That's got several branches on it. It's a really strange plant. It's a native plant, and we need them. We need them. Let's see if we can do this. Will it adjust? Nope, no adjustment. Something's out here bugging the shit out of my nose today. Maybe it's a trail above the clouds. Who knows? So I'll tell you a little story. When I was in California and I was doing the gas leak survey, as they called it. You're out there with a machine, you're walking over the gas mains, you're reporting gas leaks. And I was out near a parcel. In that parcel, I seen tens of thousands of yellow butterflies. They don't last very long, and when they turn into a butterfly. And there just happened to be a helicopter spraying pesticides. Okay, now, you gotta imagine. I'm like 42 at this time. Maybe 42 at the time. Not knowing any better. I'm like, man, I need to get the hell. I'm like, call my boss. Man, they're spraying pesticides out here. I can't be out here doing it. And they say, okay, just wait till the pesticides get done. And I go back out the next day in that area. And there's tens of thousands of yellow butterflies on the side of the road, just everywhere. I mean, they're just dead. There's no way they can repopulate. If you ever see a little yellow butterfly and they're just flickering about fast as hell, they only stay alive for like 10 days. They have the shortest lifespan of all butterflies. That's what I read. Maybe somebody can correct me. I don't know. Nevertheless, they're all worried about whatever vegetable that they eat off of. You got to remember, it's a lot of these vegetables that you guys plant, they host butterflies. He is on 100% sensory alert, looking for squirrels. May have seen one down and most people like that fully manicured lawn, so it looks really articulate in the backyard, fancy. I'd rather have birds and the bees in the backyard, an alive backyard. It's more fun than staring at blandness and your damn wooden fence. Birds, the bees, the hummingbirds, they provide pure dopamine rush. Watching these things go all the way through is a dopamine rush. I got this little puppy in the way. He done took my spot. If you ever want to know if your bread is any good, take some pieces, throw them out there, and if the birds eat them, then you know that the bread is good. And if the bread isn't good and it's processed into a form or fraction that isn't healthy, the birds won't eat it. I got blue jays coming down and eating that stuff right now and actually feeding their young with it. So that's pretty interesting. Things you learn, things you do. Because the brother bread when I was a kid was good. And he used to throw it out there all the time, and every bird would eat all the bread. And the arch nemesis right there. Did you see this squirrel? Oh, gone. Oh, back up. Oh, wrong. Over on. One shot of the... Wow, we're getting better pictures. Okay, hello. Hello. Where'd you go? Let me see if I can find it. No. Where'd you go? Everything back here is for the pollinators. Last year we had hummingbirds from spring until fall. Even in the hot ass, high pressure that was sitting over us and cooking us to death, basically. Wow. So 15 monarchs, right? 14 monarchs. 1, 2, that one right there, that skinny thing, is 3, 4. And you're looking here, 5. I think there's 6, 7, 8. 8. It took 8 milkweed plants to feed 14 monarch caterpillars. That's why I say you don't realize what you're in for. They say, oh, plant a milkweed, it'll be fine. I don't care if they eat it all to the ground, because it just grows right back. That's what it's supposed to do. But it's the amount of damn milkweed that you have to buy in order to feed these guys. That's why I make the joke, Mom, where's the money at? You're leaving your eggs here. You're leaving your babies. Where's my child support? I crack myself up. I do stupid shit. Man. I had a fucking joke the other day I don't want to say, but I don't know if it's appropriate. And the joke is pretty funny. I said it must be springtime because my testicles are going nuts. It's a funny joke. Well, I thought it was funny. Maybe true, maybe not. But it's just a joke, something, that wordplay that I like to use. If you know me in real life, this is what I do. Just gotta watch nature, man. It's the best thing. Seriously. Having a live backyard full of animals is a dopamine rush. Okay. Herb, stay still. Herb, stay still. Damn, it's gone. You made me miss it, Herbis. And we have blue skies today. I'm going to show you a picture from my friend in Denmark or Holland in a second with the chemtrail. Okay, we're going to do a count. This is a milkweed that they completely ate up. That's 1. 2, Herb's checking it out. That one's 3, this little one right there. That one's 4. And where's that other one I just saw? Yes. 5. Most of these aren't ready to go for a couple of more years to like stick in a deal and have them eat on. Like, that's almost 2 years old right there. That's how big it is. That one in there in the middle is 2 years old. That one's 2 years old. That one's 2 years old. That one's 2 years old. That one is late bloomer this year. This one's a little bit older. I just bought those, so they're not gonna. That one's not good for a couple years. That one's probably 2 or 3 years old. There's one right in there. It's how little they are. I mean, they're not happy. They're happy, but you know, it's what it is what it is. This one's a really nice one. Miss Sue, she helped out with that one. We duly appreciate very much. And over here, the white blooms, that thing's not very big. That one right there with the little stick on it. This one, not very old. And way over there's white blooms. It's not very old. That one in the big bucket right there, that's about a year or 2 old. I mean, they're not old enough yet to feed these guys. This is a nice size Texicana, but yet still not enough foliage to feed a whole pack of hungry wolves. This one's not really, it's only got 2 limbs on it. It's not very bushy yet. I'm telling you guys, This stuff is crazy. When you start doing this stuff and you start figuring it out. This one is a couple years old. This one's getting to be there. I like that. This right there, that little plant is tuberosa. And pull this back a little bit. It's not that old. That's a new one. That's a new one. So on final count, it took 9 plants. 9 plants. And they're working on the 10th one to feed 14 caterpillars. So that's why I asked, when you're out there buying something, just remember, I'm giving back to the pollinators, to the monarchs. I just happened to find, finally, after a lot of struggle, 3 or 4 years now, 3 years now, a big enough monarch tropical milkweed, which they're also, if they're eating the foliage and they stay healthy, I don't care. I'm gonna go buy 3 more of them, $25 a piece, next Saturday. I got to. It's just a thing to do. And we have all the marbles in there and everything. Probably need to get more for saving the bees. So if they get in there, they can swim out. More marbles are in order. But yeah, if the sun gets on that, hold on, ouch. If we can get the sun on that, how are we gonna do? We're not gonna do any good? There's some sun. Need more sun? There, but come on, let's go. It's not so happy yet. Now we're off for the second dopamine rush of the day. Lots of sun and exercise. Getting after it, man. Let's go. Now, this is the first day in many days that my friend right there over my shoulder has peeked his head out and said, "Hello, my friends. I'm back again." Right in there, there's a whole bunch of Bohemian waxwings. I heard them as I walked up. They're still there. Yeah, they're still there. You hear that? There's one right there. I see you. Come on, dogs. They're all up there eating these berries.